Hey, hi, I'm Yaswanth. Welcome to the Interview Mantra playlist. Today we have a guest with us. He is Mr. Joydas from Kolkata. So he is currently working as a solution consultant at Apisero, Hyderabad. So he is going to share about his experiences today. And there is a one point to note down here. He is also an enthusiastic competitive programmer and active social media user. So welcome, Joy. Welcome to the Interview Mantra playlist. How are you doing?
Thank you, Yashwant, for introducing me. Hi, everyone. Hope you all are doing good in this time. Myself, Joy, and I'm a solution consultant at Apisero. I'm doing good, actually. Thank you,
Yeah,
Yashwant.
good to hear, Joy. So, yeah, I already gave a brief introduction about you. That is very brief. So, can you share about your role and the company that you're working now?
Yes, so I work as a solution consultant, right? So, as a solution consultant, I am leading a small team of software engineers to develop web apps for internal use by Apisero. So currently, I'm in a project that is a requirement for the resource management team to track down the resources and uh, specifically the availability of resources. And also, apart from that, simultaneously, I'm working on a project called as MS Wildflowers. So over there, we need to interact with the clients and gather requirements, and then develop APIs for our clients to launch their business faster, like that. And every day we attend stand-ups and give our updates, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So on the leadership role, that is leading a team, it's actually a kind of different feeling. It gives me a different feeling and challenge each day to lead my team and to meet my targets and goals.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seems really like a challenging role. And
Yes.
yeah, can we know like how did you get selected for Apicero? So I mean your journey
Yes.
from starting, I mean applying for the company and being selected for that in the particular role.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the thing is that I got word from one of my friend that Apisero is hiring, and I reached out to one of the employee of Apisero and with a kind request like that, that could you please refer me, and he actually saw my profile and shortlisted me, and
So you contacted them in
he referred
LinkedIn,
me, right?
LinkedIn or any
Yeah, I
other platform?
contacted, yeah, in LinkedIn, yes.
Oh, that's great.
In LinkedIn, I contacted him and I got referred. It was actually 4 rounds of interview at Apisero.
Okay.
So, um, yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's so yeah. I mean from this we will get one point like LinkedIn is the need of the day.
Yes. And also, one more point that on LinkedIn, quite often our messages for referral and all
Hmm.
might get unnoticed, or people might, what to say, overlook the messages. So, in
Yeah.
that case, you need to be, what to say, don't approach directly for referrals, don't
Yeah.
approach directly. You can have a good understanding and a bond with that particular person,
Yeah.
and then you can approach that person, because if you approach that person directly,
Yeah.
then then it's a 90% chance he or she might ignore your message, like
Yep.
that.
Instead of adding
Yeah.
people as connections, we need to build some connections with them. So that is the
Yes,
best way
yes,
to get
exactly.
noticed actually.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good to hear, Joy. Then, can you also share your preparation strategy? I mean, how you prepared for to get selected for a particular company? So, as you are now working for Apisero, so can we
Hmm.
know what is your preparation strategy? Like, how you prepare? I mean, if you want to get selected for a particular company, like, what will be the strategy? I mean, from your side?
Okay. So the thing in general, I will say, okay.
Yeah, sure.
So as I said, right, every day is a new day.
Mm.
So we learn something new. So you need to have that passion going on, that, yeah, okay, I woke up in the morning, and at the end of the day, just measure your progress. Okay, I have learned this, I have built this, or I have implemented this. Okay, where you stand at the end of the day, that is important. Have short term goals in your mind. Okay, don't run for long term goals like I want to be this after 5 years, or I want to be that after 5 years, or something like that. Don't do that. Have short term goals. I will learn this in about 1 week. I will do this in say 1 month, like that. So I am driven mostly by short-term goals. That is the first point. The second thing is that um, the competitive programming part. Okay, so you need to practice lots of problems on data structures and algorithms, because in real world scenario, when you will be deployed to projects, you will be actually solving problems. Okay, so if your problem solving skills are sharp, you will be able to grasp the requirements. Okay, the clients or the customers will pose requirements, and you need to figure out a strategy, right? That's why problem solving comes into the picture. So you need to solve problems on a daily basis. So that's what I try to follow. Say there are different resources available
Yep.
online, like Geeks for Geeks, the most important one. Then we have I follow Code Forces
Yeah.
especially. I will mention the reason why. Code Forces. I follow Code Chef and side by side Lead Code as well. So out of these four websites that I told, Code Forces is very very important, because the problems over there um, are curated especially on the algorithms. Say you want to practice on binary search or sorting or greedy dynamic programming. So there are standard problems in Code Forces, and if you do it by own, if you upsolve them, you'll have a good amount of understanding on the problem solving part. That is the second point. Third is that keep on learning on the development side. Okay, development side means, say for example, web development. What are the current market demand? Like we have JavaScript, right?
JavaScript. Yep.
JavaScript, Python. So on that note, keep on learning JavaScript, keep on learning, um, say for example, React or Angular, like that. So daily I try to touch base on that.
Right.
And fourth is that you need to have you need to be, what to say, very punctual about time. You need to be very serious about time, because time is money actually. Okay, even if you dedicate 1 minute of your time, that will prove to be blissful, or it will prove to be helpful in the long run.
Yep.
So these are the four things that I follow strictly. um, and to summarize, actually, the short term goals, the
Yep.
problem solving,
Yep.
these will help you a lot actually.
Yep. That's
And
good to hear. Yeah.
most and on the development side, what are
Mm.
the current trends, okay, in the market? You need to keep on updating yourself daily.
Yes.
Okay.
And like on a funny note, like I can say that competitive programming is underrated, highly underrated by most of the engineering students.
Actually, the thing is that you need to build your problem solving skills. See, the thing is, as I said right previously, that
Yeah.
once you get deployed to the project, you will be posed a problem statement. You will
Yes.
be posed a problem statement, and if you are well versed with problem solving, hmm, say for example, you get deployed to a project, and there will be no data structures and algorithms as such. But believe me, these data structures and algorithms will, by from inside, it will develop your problem solving skills, and that's where your thinking, your everything will go into it when you get deployed to the project. That will certainly help for sure.
Yep.
And competitive programming is like you compete in a contest. There is a time bound. Okay, there is an hour and you need to solve it. So you will see the change in yourself. There will be an improvement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is good to learn problem solving instead of, I mean, rushing towards multiple languages and multiple technologies. If someone is good at one programming language with good DSA knowledge, and I think that is enough to crack even, I mean, top companies like Google and Amazon. But yeah, still
Yes,
people are
for
not
yeah.
showing much interest towards that because of lack of awareness
Actually,
or something. Yeah. Go ahead,
yes.
Joy.
Actually, over here, I would like to add one point to
Mm.
what Yashwant said. So, in the year, say 2019, November or December, I attended interview of Amazon. Okay, and I got rejected. Okay, so an easy problem was given to me. The problem was um, some intervals will be given to you, and you need to merge those intervals. So
Okay.
I was using array data structure, but that problem will be solved by stack. Later I saw that, yeah, it will be solved by stack. So see, the thing is that once you go and face the interview, and an interviewer will give you the question, and you will see it like blind face, nothing to proceed like that. So you need to have a good amount of practice. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, one more thing I would like to add to that. You also need to be well versed with the OS concepts, operating system concepts. Okay, like paging, deadlocks, hmm, page faults. What are the different algorithms? Okay, because in that interview, two problems were given to me. I was able to solve only one, and the time was not there, so they asked me questions from OS. Okay, so you also need to make sure, if you appear in interview for top-notch product-based companies, the OS concepts, the DBMS concepts, you also need to be very good. Okay, apart from that, I appeared in interview for Qualcomm few months
Okay.
back. So in that interview also, I was asked questions from binary search tree and graph theory. Okay, so it is not like that, okay, you have practiced from this algorithm, that algorithm. It is not still enough. You need to be, means, daily practice one problem
Okay.
at least one problem daily. Because see, the thing is, practice makes a man perfect, right? There is a saying, practice makes a man perfect. So you practice more, the more
Yep.
knowledge you get, the more experienced you will be. Okay, to tackle an problem, right? Because when you will be thrown a problem, so if you don't know the exact solution,
Yes.
the practice, the experience will give you that edge. You can head start with that, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so on a daily basis you need to practice one problem.
Yep,
Yes.
that's great to hear from you. Really, as you said, like practice makes a man perfect, and that was true because coding is a kind of job where people, if once lose their flow with the coding or flow with their job, it was
Yes.
difficult to get back again. I mean, continue with the same flow.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So to add to your point,
Yeah.
see, we can get back to the flow, but that will cost on the time, and time is precious. Time is
Yes.
money. So you need to be on the flow. You pointed out rightly. Yes.
Yep. Okay, Joy. Then, what resources do you regularly follow to stay updated? I mean, maybe
Okay.
it might be like a job shift, or it might be like advancing. I mean, keep up staying updated with the latest technologies or programming, whatever it is. So, what resources do you regularly follow?
Sure, sure. So let me come step by step. Okay.
Okay.
So when you go for data structures and algorithms, Geeks for Geeks, Code Forces, Code Chef, and
Okay.
Lead Code. Okay. So there is a common misconception that people believes that if you practice from Lead Code, you will be able to crack interviews from Amazon, Google, Microsoft, like that. But it is not the case. Okay,
Yep.
because there could be n number of possibilities that a question could be changed. So
Yes.
also the algorithm will change. So say for example, there could be um, a problem on binary search. Okay, but you might think in a straightforward manner. Okay, but that problem could be solved by binary search, or that problem
Yeah.
could be solved by a divide and conquer.
Mm.
So these different algorithms you need to master. Okay, so there's a common misconception. Don't go by that misconception that lead code will help you
Yeah.
reach your goal. Not like that. Practice from different sites. You will get a different experience. Second, so these are the 4 websites that I follow. Second is regarding the development part, regarding JavaScript that I was saying previously.
Yes.
So you can go ahead with React JS and then learn Angular. part.
Okay.
So say for example, React is in top demand nowadays. So you can learn React from YouTube. Hmm. You can learn React from LinkedIn Learning or Plural site. So for free, you can use YouTube,
YouTube.
and for LinkedIn, you can go ahead with the LinkedIn Premium and access LinkedIn Learning.
Yep.
So I follow on LinkedIn Learning the React JS courses. Say, let me share my example. Okay,
Okay.
so say pick a technology, say React JS,
Okay.
learn it for 3 to 6 months at least, then do hands-on projects on it. Okay, if you do it by yourself, you will be able to gather the every what to say age the
Okay.
concepts, right? Say for example, you might miss out on a certain basic concept, so give yourself that time and space, 3 to 6 months, then devote at least 2 months time on projects.
Yeah.
Create a new project on your own. Once you are comfortable with React, then shift to Angular JS. Okay, the same goes. YouTube is a best resource.
Yep.
Then LinkedIn Learning. So React and Angular will be good in
Yeah.
JavaScript.
Like,
If you want to
yeah.
learn, say a
Like,
programming language in general,
I
say
mean,
Python.
Python. Yeah.
Yeah, for Python, you can refer to the site called as programmiz.com. PROGRAMIZ.com.
Also, I think
Programmiz.com.
for
That is a
Python, there are also various free resources available in YouTube also. I think YouTube is enough for Python
yes,
at
yes,
least.
yes. So for Python, what I believe is that it is good for competitive programming. It is very much user friendly. So I follow for Python. There is a good documentation of Python in programmiz.com.
Yeah.
If you want to learn Java, you can go to javatpoint.com. So there are, I believe that if you learn Python and Java,
Like,
especially the object-oriented concepts, that will help you.
yes.
That is a programming language part. The JavaScript and all development you can learn from YouTube and LinkedIn
Yep.
Learning. The coding sites that I've told, those 4 websites: Geeks for Geeks, Code Forces,
Yep.
CodeChef, and LeetCode.
Yep.
Apart from that, um, you you need to learn on software design patterns and software architectures. Okay,
Yep.
because design patterns are there in almost all the projects. Okay,
Yes.
so you need to learn about design patterns, because if you appear for if you say you are gathering experience, right? Say you are 2.5 year experience or 3 years, say for example,
Yep.
there is a 90% chance you will be asked question from design pattern.
Yep.
Okay, say for example, my Apisero interviews experience, in the second round as well as in the third round, I was asked question from design pattern. Hmm.
Okay.
The interviewer asked me what design patterns are implemented in the project you are working on. Okay, I was like blind face. I was having a blind face. I was not able to answer properly. So I went back to the project. I read the code and I asked my seniors, and I figured out, okay, this is the design patterns
Pattern.
implemented. So here is a piece of advice is, the project that you are working on, try to find out what is the design pattern implemented. Okay,
Yep.
that will help you. Okay, second is software architecture. Okay, in order to build something, you need to have an architecture in place, or otherwise, without a solid foundation, your
Yep.
code won't last long. Okay,
Yep.
so uh, uh, there are different architectures, right? Monolithic, microservices, etc.
Microservices. Yep.
So learn about those as well. Okay, what is the architecture involved in your project? Because not only in Apisro, I was asked about software architecture and design patterns in Qualcomm. I appeared in Parexel interview also.
Okay.
So in Parexel interview, it was totally about software design patterns, architectures, and all like that. Totally based on that. Totally.
Yep.
So software architecture and design patterns, these are plus points for you.
Yep.
If you learn it well, then you are above age. Say there are 100
Mm.
applicants, 100 competitors, okay, 100 people. If you learn about design patterns and architectures, you will be in top 10% on top 5%. Trust me, because
Yep.
most of them, majority of them means not aware about the design patterns or architectures included in their code. Even me also, in
Yep.
my case also, I was also not aware. Okay, so that's my uh, piece of
Yep.
advice.
Yep.
So
Good to,
don't see,
yes.
say for example, you are assigned a task. Okay,
Mm.
you do it, you do the task, you deliver the task at the end of the sprint. But what exactly is the pattern followed to solve the problem? Okay,
That is
what
important.
architecture is being followed in your project? Try to have an understanding of that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's good to hear, Joy. Actually, like many engineering students are mostly not concerned about subjects like design patterns, software architecture, but essentially these will become the backbone. So whenever you go for, if you want to, if you are aiming for any product-based companies, like top product-based companies, the major skill that they will see is system design and how good you are in design
Yes.
patterns. Yeah, that's great to hear from you, and
Yes.
that is the need. Yeah. Also, adding to your point, I mean, in order to, as you said, like go for React and then Angular, also one must be aware that we need to know the parent languages first, like JavaScript and TypeScript. People are nowadays like
Yes.
directly jumping to React or Angular without having full knowledge
Yes.
on TypeScript, and it is also creating
Yes.
various problems here.
Yeah, that's where I missed out on one point. Exactly, that's a
Yeah.
good point you brought up. So, what I would like to add is JavaScript is really important because, say for example, when we were child,
Yeah.
we were learning A, B, C, D. We didn't directly jump into framing sentences, right?
Yes.
We first of all learned A, B, C, and then we framed sentences out of it. So learn JavaScript well, like arrow functions, the spread operator,
Mm.
destructuring. There are so many concepts. So you need to have a very good in-depth understanding. Also, yeah, about if you have a good understanding of HTML and CSS, that will
Mm.
also help you in one way or
Yep.
the other. You will
Okay.
be above age, right? You will be
Yes.
above age. And apart from that, one extra thing that I would like to talk about is, say you are building apps, right? So say first target web development, devote at least good amount of time to it, at least a year or 2 years on it. Okay, then you can switch on to mobile app development or
Yep.
game development, and then switch on to cloud computing, cloud based technologies like AWS,
Mm.
Azure. So for a software developer, software engineer, first learn web development well, then mobile app development, then go for the cloud, say
Okay.
AWS or GCP or Azure, like that. Follow this pattern. Yeah,
Yep.
along with software design patterns and
Mm.
architectures.
Yes, that's really
Yeah,
important. Yeah. Yep, good insights, Joy. So yeah, one personal
thank you.
question, like apart from this technical, like what do you do apart
Sure.
from coding in your free time? I mean, to make you feel relaxed, or like I can say, like apart from coding, like what is the best thing that you can do, or that you feel comfortable?
Actually, I love hearing songs. So,
Okay.
um, to what to say, um, in my free time, I listen
Yeah.
to songs
Okay.
and I play mobile games. And sometimes, what to say, I help my mom and dad
Yeah.
in family work like that.
Yep.
So that's all about me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like for your reference, like Joy is my ex-colleague. Actually, we both worked together for more than a year, and he was a good football player that I know. Yeah. Okay, Joy.
Yeah.
Then, like any last suggestion,
Thank you.
like in a sentence, like you can give to our viewers, like any single suggestion, like for if preparing for interview is their goal. So, what can you suggest people in a single line or two lines?
Preparing for interviews is
Like
keep
if
the passion
yeah.
yes, keep the passion going on, and have short term goals on a daily basis.
Okay.
That's what I would like to share,
That's love to
because
hear from you, Joy. Yeah.
if you have the passion going, and if you set short-term goals, and if you achieve those short-term goals, you will feel much more confident.
Yes.
You will gain on confidence, and then when you actually face the interview, you can say answers with confidence. Okay. And when you in the interview, most likely your video will be on, so say with confidence your body language. Okay, your body language will can pose a negative impression on the interviewer. So
Yes.
also be confident, right? Yeah.
There were really some great insights, Joy, from you. So ranging from competitive
Thank you.
coding and how you cleared interviews and how you take up challenges in your job. So really,
Yes.
I hope like at least 50% of the people who are watching this video will get motivated based on your words and based on your experiences. And I hope, yeah, I think viewers can really get at least some of the benefit from you. And it was really great talking to you, Joy. And once again,
Thank you.
thank you for accepting my invite and being a part of this interview, Mantra.
Sure. Thank you so
And
much.
also, like, I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Yashwant. Same to you. Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Then, yeah, okay, guys, like, thank you for watching this video. I hope you get at least some of the key takeaways from this video. And yes, there are many other important sessions that are going to be uploaded in the next coming days. So stay tuned for my channel. And yes, if you are new attended to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching.